Greetings, fam. We're hoping that you're well, and thank you for always coming to watch our videos. For our returning subscribers, our family members, welcome, and thank you for our new subscribers. Welcome home. We appreciate your coming, and we hope that you always be here with us, to talk about Africa issues. So we've been talking about Congo. We know what has been happening. We know we've seen our African nations coming together to try and bring peace in the Congo. We have seen the president of Congo refusing. And last time we talked about the Congo, we saw Qatar coming in as a mediator between Kagame and Tshisekedi, and in which they agreed about some things. Now, just a few days ago, we are seeing that the M23 group or rebels and DR Congo planning to hold direct talks in the same Qatar. And to do this, because M23 has never had problems with saying we are going to sit down until some weeks ago, in which when they had accepted, we saw the European Union, some nations in the European Union sanctioning them, and they said they are not going to that. But now they have accepted, and we saw them withdrawing from the strategic town of Walikale this week, describing the move as a goodwill gesture ahead of planned peace talks with the government in Doha next Wednesday. This meeting comes after two sides repeatedly held private talks last week, and analysts believe they offer the greatest of a halt to hostilities. And I'm hoping that this will end all this and they will be accepted in the Congo. And Congo, that is Congolese government, will also recognize them and stop fighting them, and will also respect what they talk about. So with that, we saw President Kagame talking about now the sanctions that have been effected on him and his people. And this is what Kagame said, condemning countries imposing sanctions over DRC. So countries imposing sanctions on Rwanda should focus on their own problems. That is what they said, without naming any specific countries. And on March 17th, the EU imposed sanctions on a number of individuals in connection with the ongoing conflict in eastern DRC, including 3 senior officers of the Rwandan Armed Forces and the director of the Rwanda Mines, Petroleum and Gas Board, Francis Kamanzi. That feels like a Kenyan. We are the same people. In response, the M23 rebels, whose leaders are also on the EU sanction list, refused to participate in negotiations with the DRC authorities. That is something that happened before. Although Rwanda denies military support for M23 group, the DRC accuses Rwanda of violating its sovereignty and territorial integrity by sending troops to support the armed groups. In turn, Rwanda alleges that the DRC supports the FDLR, a group associated with the Rwanda 1984 genocide. And by the way, yesterday they commemorated the Rwandese genocide. So this is what Kagame is saying, go to hell. That is what Kagame said. They can go to, they don't care about sanctions. You see, even Rwanda itself sanctioned Belgium. So kudos to Kagame, because this guy is a beast. He doesn't care. He only cares about his people.
Our brothers and sisters have very reserved comments on Kagame.
I also don't care.
Kagame just telling the world to go to hell. I don't know which countries.
Of course, we know Belgium is one of them, and we saw him retaliating and even chasing out the whole embassy from Rwanda. The embassy of Belgium, all the envoys that they were told leave. You have how many hours? Was it 48 or 24?
I don't know.
And they were chased out of Rwanda.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good because he showed Africa that it's not only them who can do this. We can also do it. And the AES have showed us that. And the good thing about Kagame is he's always for his people. He's always supporting his people.
Yeah, I'm just reminded of Joshua Maponga, the Zimbabwean Pan-Africanist, who was just giving his comments on the Congo-Rwanda issue, just saying that Kagame has been, well, he was accused, these are allegations, Kagame's economy, Rwanda's economy, has largely been developed by the minerals from DRC. him sanitizing those minerals and then now selling them to the international market has really played a huge role in what you see in the developments that we are seeing in Rwanda. And is this to say that with Kagame saying they can go to hell, he knows that he has the upper hand here. They still need a lot of these minerals coming in from his country. Well, they are Congolese, as Maponga claims, but they are coming through Rwanda and then being shipped out to the world. Is it because he knows that he has the upper hand when it comes to that? They depend on him for that. And also the fact that he is working with M23, the group that is the one, as Maponga claims, is supplying him with this kind of minerals and is the one supporting them. So I don't know, because if a small country like Rwanda, for the president to have such balls to say, go to hell, it shows you that this is a guy that trusts himself, he trusts his people around him, he trusts the kind of development that he has done for his country in the sense that he knows that at some point these people will need my help. So there's nothing I can beg from them. If you go to South Africa, just recently, Ramaphosa was crying out to the US and saying, there's no way we can lose the biggest economy in this world. We need to keep on our relations with the US. But for Kagame, a small country, when you compare Kagame's country and Ramaphosa's country, you will just laugh because this is a small guy with the strength to say, go to hell. And then there's a giant saying, oh, we are crying for you, America.
And they have a lot of minerals, gold.
You see?
You know, people have Africans, because this information that we get from Congo and Rwanda, we have seen the international media, we have seen the people who support Congo. So you get a lot of crazy, narrative and propaganda about this. And this one propaganda in which people say that, like you are saying that Rwanda gets minerals from Congo.
Sanitizes them and then
they say that Rwanda doesn't have
minerals.
Mines and whatever. But what they don't know is minerals are found within belts. If you find gold in the Rift Valley of Kenya, you find the same gold in Ethiopia. So there's that belt which comes through Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique. So there's the Lake Kivu belt, mineral belt, and you find minerals which are found in Congo are in Rwanda. And Rwanda have very well developed mines. We saw Matinyarare from Zimbabwe visiting Rwanda and Congo, and he was showing those mines and saying, well, this is what I thought, but actually there are these mines which are very well developed. So people should stop thinking that
Rwanda is just a small
useless country with nothing.
Beauty without brains.
It's stealing from Congo. A lot of things we don't know and we will never know. But what we are crying for is end of hostilities, M23 being recognized as Congolese, and them being allowed to rule their area and to live and grow.
Brothers and sisters, let us know what you think about this in the comment section. I know when it comes to Kagame, Rwanda, you have a lot of comments to make. This is your chance to shine. Let us get your opinion on this issue. If you would love to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description box down below. We also have Super Thanks and Super Chat. We'll appreciate all your support. And to those who have been continuously supporting us, thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate your daily support. Liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing is also part of the kind of support that we need for this channel to grow. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.